Why is it we're not able to make any sales? Why is it we always stop making money in every single e-commerce store that we create and we can't become profitable, or at least we can't become profitable over a long period of time? This is a video for those of you who have started an e-commerce store, but you want to scale past, let's say, $100 per day, but for some reason, everything you do with your ads isn't working. One day you're profitable in your ads, and the next day you're losing money. This video is going to change your life, so make sure you stick around for the entire thing, but realistically, there's a very, very simple fix to the problem that you're having. Now, this is stuff that I've learned over the last 7 years of doing. You can actually plug and play this, take this, copy this into your business. So each one of these squares here defines a different ad, okay? And we're color coding this by different angles, okay? I'm going to go through this in a bit more detail as the video goes on, and it's going to start to piece together and make a bit more sense to you. Each one of these colors represents an advertising angle, okay? We'll go through angles in a second. As we come down the column in the grid system, we are looking at different hooks, okay? Now, the horizontal is an angle, okay? An angle is basically trying to find a sales point or a sales reason why somebody would buy your product. So after this video, before you go back into your ad account, I want you to do a little exercise for me. We're going to list out all of the different marketing angles, okay? And a marketing angle are things that are going to make people want to purchase. So I'm going to use the example like I always use, and this example is going to be care, okay? And basically what we're trying to do here is we're trying to find reasons why somebody would want to purchase a product, or the problems that they're having, and different angles that we can take. So I've listed out 5 different angles here. We've got dry skin, hypoallergenic, acne, sensitive, and eczema. Obviously eczema is similar to dry skin, but it's a slightly stronger angle. So what we're trying to do here is we're trying to find pain points in people's lives that we can actually target. Now we then define each one of our ads for each one of those angles, okay? So this would be number 2, 3, 4, 5 down the list, okay? And then across the top we have hook A, hook B, hook C, hook D, and hook E, okay? Now these hooks can be quite broad. The hooks can work across all of our angles, okay? So basically the idea here is how can we test as many ads as possible in a systematic way that means we know what's working and what's not working. The theory being, once we identify ads and angles that work, we can then use that to iterate and create more ads, okay? So if this video is helpful to you and you're enjoying, if you click the top link down below in the description, I am doing a free live training where I can apply these business principles directly to your business. But if you click on save your seat, put in your email address, I will actually send you a 3-hour free course when you register as well. More information on that at the end of this video. So each one of these essentially is a different ad. Now the way you need to think about it is that you take that ad, okay, and then you swap out the beginning bit, okay? It's going to be B, C, D, and E, okay? So we can swap out a different hook while keeping the content of our ad pretty much exactly the same for that specific angle, okay? And we do the same thing for every single ad that we create, okay? So the goal being here is we technically only create 5 different video ads, okay? This is right at the start when we don't have a huge amount of time. We create 5 different video ads. Each one of those ads is targeted to a specific angle, but to create 25 ads, all we need to do is create 5 different video hooks. So now what we're doing is we are testing hooks and we're testing angles at the same time. So why do we do this? Well, it's because we want to create what I'm calling a 1 in 100 or 1 in 1000 ad. So why do we do this? Well, right at the start, it doesn't really matter too much because we're only running a small number of ads. We've got 25 different ads that we're running here, and the goal here is to find one of these ads or 3 of these ads, again, to make us profitable across multiple angles, okay? So the goal is by the end of our test, we have 4 different ads now that are profitable, but you'll notice something really interesting happens. Out of all of these ads, only a certain number of the angles will work, and I'll let you know how you can work out how they're profitable in a minute and how they're actually going to be scalable. But out of these angles, only a subset of them will actually work, and across most of them you'll have one hook that works, and I'll let you know how you can work out which hook works as well. So we now know that we have these combinations that work. We want to basically draft these out in a way that's easy for us to understand. Just use a spreadsheet and then we can actually come back to this, okay? And then we've got 5C as well, okay? These are the combinations that work for us. So now what we do is we take this and we iterate, we scale upon this. So that means angles 1, 2, and 5 are our winners. So now what we need to do is we create new ads, okay? We do this in 2 ways. And this really depends on how you want to scale it and how quickly you want to scale. There are 2 things that you can test here. We're testing hooks and we're testing the content of the video because we're just swapping out multiple hooks. To create one video creates us 5 different ads because we swap out the hook. This point here is basically the point that you're currently at in your business and you can't scale past it is because you don't have enough winning ads, but more importantly, you don't know why those ads are working and why they're not working, okay? So the next thing that we can do is really, really cool. We can say, well, actually, we have got angle number 2 is our winning angle, because most of them are working in this one. So what we're going to do is we're going to create multiple different videos for that angle. So what we've done is we've taken these two angles here, and we've then actually decided to test out multiple different variations. So now we've identified that we have a list of ads that are actually working. The next thing that we do is actually start to test out more variations of the video for that one angle. Okay, so if this is getting confusing, just bear with me. Let me explain this for you. So each one of these videos here, we can actually now test multiple ads. Okay, and this really depends on how much scale you want to create and how much time you have and budget for creating ads. Okay, so basically B and C are our hooks. Okay, so we're going to test B hook on this one, and then this one is going to be C hook. Okay, this is angle 2 variation 2, and then angle 2 variation 3. Same thing down here, angle 2 variation 4, angle 2 variation 5, and then angle 2 variation 6. Okay, so now what's happening is we know our winning hooks. We know which ones are our winning hooks, so we might as well just keep those winning hooks. There's no point in testing any more hooks just yet. We're trying to scale, okay? We would actually continue to test hooks in this campaign here. So now what we've done is we've essentially created 6 different videos out of 1 different angle, okay? And then from this point, we now see, well, actually, angle 2 works really well with hook B, but it doesn't work very well with hook C. Okay, and then what we can do is we can try different things. We can try angle C with variation 1, variation 2, variation 3, and try and swap them around. Okay, and the point is here, what we're trying to do is see how far we can actually make our ads go without having to constantly think of brand new marketing angles. Okay, so here's how the numbers work. In this first test here, we've tested 25 different ads and 4 of them work, which means 16% of these ads are profitable. Okay, however, if we were to try and put, $1,000 a day budget into just 4 ads, and we haven't stress tested them at high budget, stress testing is when we start to test multiple variations for each different angle, and we can see actually even now when we're pushing multiple ads with the same angle or different variations of that one angle, multiple of them are working. We now know that this angle is a very, very strong angle. But the point is we need to make sure that when we're scaling our ads, we have enough of them that we can swap in or out if one of them becomes unprofitable. Okay, so now we've got 16% of our ads are profitable in our first test. In our second test, for one angle, 4 of them are profitable, which means in our second test, we've now got a 60% of our ads are profitable. Okay, which kind of makes sense when you think about it, because you've taken an angle that you've proven works here. Okay, angle 1 you've proven works. Our goal is to basically find a winning combination of ads that can work at high scale and have been highly stress tested. Okay, so here we have a visual representation of what that looks like at much higher scale. Okay, each one of these are the same angles from before, and you would continue to test new angles as well, but we're just taking that initial subset of ads that we've been testing. Each one of these is a different hook. Okay, so we've got hook A, B, C, D, E, all the way through. Okay, all what you can do, and then down here you've got like variation 1, variation 2, variation 3, variation 4, and variation 5. Okay, and then you're swapping out different things as you go along. Okay, so now what happens is out of these 300 ads that we're now testing, we now know that a significant proportion of them should be profitable or should be good performing ads, because we're only taking the ads that were working initially. Okay, we're only taking these subsets. Okay, we've ignored the other combinations for now, and then we've tried to scale them up. Okay, so in the first test, for the first like 3 to 7 days, you're testing angles 1 to 5. Okay, and then in the next 7 days you want to test angles 6 to 10. Okay, and then in the next 7 days you want to test angles 11 to 15. Okay, that way every single week we already know that we have enough ads that we can test, and we can then scale those ads. So essentially what we're looking for is this: a 1 in 100 ad gives us $100 per day in profit. Okay, and then if we get a 1 in 500 ad, that's going to give us a $500 per day profit. Okay, and then a 1 in 1,000 ad is going to give us a $1,000 per day profit. Okay, to get to the point where you're making $1,000 a day in profit, you will need an ad that is a 1 in 1,000. Okay, a much rarer chance of finding an ad, and the only way to find that ad is to test 1,000 ads. And the easiest way to find that ad out of those 1,000 ads is to use this system here, where we're actually testing multiple different angles. So we're actually systematically working our way through trying to find the winning combination of ads. Okay, and then in this pattern continues, right? And a 1 in 10,000 ad is going to be roughly more like, $50,000 per day, right? Now I'm going to do another video which is going to share with you exactly how we can guarantee we increase our conversion rates by running different ad combinations to different landing pages. Now you're probably wondering, how on earth do you do all of this? How on earth can I actually put this into action? What are the specific steps that I need to take to get to that point where I'm actually getting the winning combinations? And how do I then actually scale my brand even further? Well, the good news is I have a free course for you. If you click the top link down below in the description, I'm going to give you a whole load of information that is going to help you scale your brand, understand these expert marketing tips. Okay, so here's the things you're going to learn in that free course. You're going to learn how to actually choose a product that's actually going to make sales and be scalable. If you haven't already, it's going to show you how to build a store. If you have built a store, it's going to show you what you need to include in that store to make sure you've got as many conversions as possible, increasing your conversion rates, how to scale your ads and get your customers, kind of going through what we've just gone through, but in a lot more granular detail, how to systemize your entire business. So when you're actually scaling, the only thing that you need to work on is marketing, and you don't need to worry about running the business and any of the customer support side of things. Okay, so if you click the top link down below in the description, you can go ahead and get that course for free when you register for my free live training. So I'm doing a free live training where I'm basically going to show you a case study on how I grew a store to over $100,000 in a 24-hour period. It's going to give you a lot more detail on how to actually run the ads, how to actually build the landing pages, what the products were, how to actually scale those ads. That is going to be about a 2-hour live training. I will be there live, and if you've got any questions, you can ask me and I can then help apply those principles directly to your business. So all of that information is linked down below in the description. And hopefully that will help you out, and hopefully this video has been useful for you.